When preparing the Paudert Polonaise, you're once again going to want to make great friends with your metronome. In this etude, setting the metronome to be eighth notes will keep you honest playing the dotted 8/16th rhythm, coming off the ties, and not speeding up in passages where the rhythm is easier. I also like to imagine someone snapping and yelling, "Move!" on the first beat of the tie. It reminds me to stay light on my feet and not to sit on the tied note. The Paudert is all about accuracy. In addition to playing the right notes, we're looking for attention to detail. Proper note lengths and entrances are great ways to earn extra points in your audition. While we always recommend actively subdividing in your mind as you play, I also find it a great technique to use while practicing to really fit all those little notes in their correct spots. Let me show you. Taking measures 9 through 16, I'll set my trusty metronome to quarter note equals 82 and play everything as a subdivision of 16th notes. This leaves zero doubt in my mind, my ear, and my mouth about where the E of the written 16th note passages actually happen. After I've done this a few times, I'll play the note lengths as written, but remove all ties and slurs, getting me closer to what I'll actually play in my audition. Until I'm finally able to play everything as written in the tempo I've chosen. Subdividing by the smallest note written in a given piece is like listening to the heartbeat of that piece. If you can keep tuned into that, you'll never question, and neither will the adjudicators, where those syncopated rhythms occur.
Sometimes when I have an exercise like this that's kind of hard to get off the ground or hard to get started, I make up words in my mind to help me remember exactly what I want the rhythm to sound like. So these are the words I made up for the Paudert etude, and you might think they're a little bit silly, but they really help me and my students when we're practicing this exercise. So I'll speak them first and then I'll sing them with the melody. Broccoli and peas are the vegetable for me, and you shall see their crunchy texture is so crispy. They are amazing. Now I'm going to sing it with the metronome so you can hear what that sounds like. Broccoli and peas are the vegetable for me, and you shall see their crunchy texture is so crispy. They are amazing. Hope that helps.
In the Paudert etude, it's also helpful to add some slurs to your practicing to help with the airflow and the consistency of the tone. I'm going to start at measure 17 and try this with some of the longer passages here and more of the larger intervals. The slurring will help you know where to use your air more and get those intervals right on target. And you can re-articulate those repeated notes just to keep your rhythm in check as well.